Coming up on WMLT, Concord Charlie had something to say about the winter's end.
And a new area for Princeton residents to exercise. All this and more coming up on WMLT.
Hi, I'm Portia Thompson.
And I'm Bailey Pace. Towers renovations have not moved as quickly as Concord had hoped for, incoming and returning students. According to Bill Fraley, the Director of Residence Life, the delay was because of a legislature issue that could affect the price of the renovation, which depended on how the bond would be approved. Delays have also been made due to winter weather. As it turns out, Concord was approved more money than expected and have made more plans for the renovation process, which includes adding double-paned windows, replacing damaged fire doors, 4 new ADA accessible rooms, air conditioning, carpeting, and more. Concord hopes to have North and South Towers fully renovated by spring of 2017.
The education achieved at Concord reaches all across the world. WMLT's Kristen Osborne has more on how Concord has made an impact on current international students' lives.
Students at Concord University have access to a quality education in a small college town, and many multicultural students choose to travel great distances to have that same access here in Athens, West Virginia.
Concord gave me the best scholarship, and they had the program that I wanted, so.
Back home, it's like so different how the professor teach. Like in here, like they make you making sure that you understand the topic and then make you confident, like talk to in the front of people.
It's good because I have good professors. I'm a business major, so it's good you have the good professors, good things to do.
And not only has Concord made an impact on international students, but they have made just as much of an impact on domestic students as well.
Many of our domestic students have not had the opportunity to travel to other countries, and so if they share a room or a class with someone from another place, they learn about that place too.
For the 2016 semester, there are 83 international students representing 31 countries that are studying here on Concord's campus, filling their minds with knowledge and having an experience of a lifetime here in America.
I mean, I love my professors and I love my major. I'm having a great time here. I think the education is great.
Reporting from Athens, Kristen Osborne, WMLT News.
The start of the semester has the students still adjusting. The return of Blacklight Bingo last Thursday has helped those on campus get back into a rhythm.
What looks like a gathering of shoppers before Black Friday is actually Concord students getting ready to try their luck at bingo. And what is also a fun gathering that brings campus life up, all the contestants are aware of the prizes at stake.
It's worth it to come. You have your friends and stuff you get to hang out with, and it's something to do at Concord, but I'm definitely going for that Xbox.
On top of televisions, participants can also win sound systems, PlayStations, and other valuable items for free as long as those 5 letters line up. Director of Student Union Activities Andrew Soldit says the potential of the event continues to grow the more it takes place.
When I took the job in early 2013, I was told by the hiring committee that and several students in student government that hands down one of the most popular things that we did was bingo. And I almost thought they were joking. College-age students, bingo, it seemed like something that was, I didn't know that would be that appealing. But sure enough, the first one I was involved in, it was pretty big. And so we just decided to kind of step it up a little bit with the addition of, some lighting and some music, just to kind of bring the energy level up a little bit, because at the end of the day, it's still bingo. And we kind of wanted to make it into something a little bit more than that. And as far as the prizes stuff go, I found that students would come out to really anything that we did offer as far as prize go. And I think a lot of it's just the fun and being out and you know, being around your friends and, you know, being in a big, you know, a big area with a lot of other people, you know, a lot of your peers and stuff. I think there's an inherent enjoyment to that. But I thought, you know, let's really make it something that people like really want to come out to.
Soljet mentioned that the lucrative products and growing attendance has created good problems for them when trying to seat up to 600 people during the events. Last Thursday will not be the last time the event takes place this semester, and all you have to do is yell bingo. In Athens, I'm Sam Wright for WMLT News.
A new business held its grand opening in Princeton last week. WMLT's Jesse Stevens reports.
Anytime Fitness is the newest addition to Princeton's growing gym scene. But Anytime Fitness is not just your average gym. This fitness center is a 21st century, technologically advanced facility.
We are a 24-hour co-ed workout facility. We're actually the biggest co-ed workout facility in the world. And Anytime Fitness offers something called reciprocity. So once you're our member for 30 days, you're a member to every Anytime Fitness, and that's over 3,000 gyms in the world.
Anytime Fitness offers all the standard workout machinery, but they also feature modern machines. Every treadmill is fully equipped with both cable and internet service. There is also a virtual studio located directly inside the building. It features videos for group and individual workouts. But entertainment is not the only goal for Anytime Fitness.
So we're going to do fitness consultations with our members, try to find out, do you have fitness goals? What are they? How can I get you to reach them? That's the biggest thing that we're here to do, is just create a convenient, clean, safe place for people to get to a healthier lifestyle.
Anytime Fitness is located in the Kroger Shopping Center just off of Stafford Drive in Princeton. They are up and running and ready to help get you to a healthier place. For WMLT News, I'm Jesse Stevens.
There is currently a new sewage line being put in place in Beckley, West Virginia. Here's more on the topic. A private city order has been put in place to have a new sewage line put in close quarters to Uptown Beckley. The new sewage line will help control all the sewage that comes through this certain part of the town. I spoke with the directional driller, Dylan, who is currently working on the sewage project along with other subcontract workers from Tribute.
And you go down here and see you got the lines run across the ground and barely covered. Kind of needs replaced. The main spot where we're doing it is down in here. We're just skipping a big ledge and down to bypass the hill.
The sewage project is federally funded, and that's how all the costs for the new sewage line is being supported. The project may take up to 6 months to be completed.
We'll be right back with more WMLT after the break.
With news on the WWE, here is Blake and Josh.
WMLT Universe, welcome to the first ever edition of the Hot Tag. I am Josh Bennett, and he is the phenomenal Blake Whitener, and we are the best in the world at what we do. What we do is inform you on everything you need to know about the WWE, so let's get started. The Royal Rumble just happened, and it kicked off with the last man standing match for the Intercontinental title.
And it was a good one. It was all over the arena. Weapons everywhere. Tables, kendo sticks, chairs, even a cannonball from Kevin Owens into Dean Ambrose through the barricade. Match was crazy, finishers all over, but it ended as Kevin Owens was put through 2 tables by Dean Ambrose and couldn't get up for the 10 count, so Dean Ambrose kept his belt. But next was the tag team match.
That's right, and that was between the New Day the returning tag team champions, against the Usos. Now, this is a match we've seen a lot of. There isn't too much new to this match. A lot of good back and forth. The Usos actually looked like they were going to reclaim their tag titles, but in the end, Big E caught Jimmy Uso in the air as he was trying to do a splash on Kofi Kingston, hit the big ending, got the 1, 2, 3. The New Day remained tag team champions. Next, they followed that up with the U.S. title match between Kalisto and Alberto Del Rio.
And this was the match for Kalisto. It didn't start out too well in his favor, as Del Rio threw him out of the ring and hit him with an arsenal of moves. But eventually, Kalisto caught him with the Salida del Sol and a reversal, going for the arm breaker, and ended up reclaiming the championship that he had lost the SmackDown before. Following that was the match for the Divas Championship between Charlotte and Becky Lynch.
Yes, it was. And Charlotte and Becky Lynch put on a phenomenal match that ended with Charlotte retaining her belt with a little help from the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Woo!
But the biggest part of this match happened afterwards when Sasha Banks, the boss, showed back up and showed Charlotte she wants the belt and she's coming after her soon.
Following that was the match that we all cared most about, the Royal Rumble match. 30 men entered, but only one could succeed. And the main highlights were the debut of the phenomenal AJ Styles, who had a very impressive run throughout the match. Also, Brock Lesnar came in and had a stunning 5 eliminations before the Wyatt family jumped in and threw him out, which pretty much was completely, it was a no disqualification match, but it was technically breaking the rules. Roman Reigns had a brief exit from the match when the League of Nations pulled him out of the ring under the bottom rope, not eliminated, and gave him a beat down, had to leave the arena on a stretcher. But he came back when there were about 4 men left, but he couldn't stop the number 30 entrant, Triple H, who came in and eliminated Sheamus, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose as the final eliminated to become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
That's right. And now that the Royal Rumble is over, we are officially on the road to WrestleMania. The next event happens in February at Fastlane in Cleveland. Come back and see us next time. We're going to tell you everything you need to know to be ready for Fastlane. That's it for us. Back to Portia and Bailey at the desk.
With this week's movie review, here is Jesse Stevens.
Hey everyone, Jesse Stevens here with this week's Ticket or Leave It. Today we're checking out a brand new drama, Burnt. This movie tells the story of washed-up chef Adam Jones. Jones was a world-class chef, but he destroyed his career with drugs and diva behavior. After cleaning up his life, Jones returns to London to try to reignite his career. Now, Burnt is not for the faint of heart. It's a dramatic film and it's filled with language. The dramatic sequences and profanity are very effective in portraying the high-stress environment of a professional kitchen, but the alcohol and drug use certainly keep it from being a family-friendly movie. The acting was pretty impressive in Burnt. Bradley Cooper was surprisingly good at playing his part, but there were several situations in which his interpretation of the script didn't really make sense, in my opinion. Burnt scores 2.5 out of 5 stubs. It was recently released on DVD and Blu-ray, so it might be a good pick for your next movie night. And that's it for this week's Ticket or Leave It. I'm Jesse Stevens. Thanks for watching.
With news and music, here's Blake.
Welcome to the first edition of Album Review with Blake A. Whitener. I'm Blake A. Whitener, and here I'll tell you about a new album and whether or not it's worth your time and money. This week, the album is Promise Everything by Basement. This British quartet has been releasing great emo rock albums since 2010, and Promise Everything is no exception. This album has received promotion from Billboard and is speculated to top the Heat Seekers chart. This album should not be slept on. Each song flows smoothly into the next. Also, each band member gets a moment in the spotlight, which some artists forget to do. Promise Everything covers all the key factors to create a phenomenal album in this genre. Basement has clever lyrics, clean production, and simple instrumentation. The lyrics on Promise Everything use several nuances, including reflections on the band's past releases. This is great for committed fans as well as new listeners. The production on this album is incredible. The sound quality is crisp and clean, with little to no muddiness in the distortion of the guitars. This muddiness is a recurring issue in alternative albums, but Basement overcame it well. Lately, Artists appear to think complexity makes the music better, but Basement decided against the complexity. In keeping the music simple, they could focus more on the underlying emotion. This made the album much more heartfelt and not so much an attempt to impress. So, should you give Promise Everything a listen? Absolutely. Your key tracks are Submission and Aqua Sun. If you're a fan, you can catch Basement on tour this spring with Turnstile, Defeater, and Colleen Green. This has been Album Review. Back to you guys, and thanks for listening.
The Concord University Advancement Office hosted the 38th Annual Groundhog Day Breakfast on Athens campus. Here is WMLT reporter Patrice Mitchell with the story.
Concord's Groundhog's Day tradition was started nearly 4 decades ago by professors in the geology department. The celebration's purpose is to highlight Appalachian culture and heritage. This year's Grand Groundhog Watcher was Amy Schuler Goodwin. She's a graduate of West Virginia University and is the current West Virginia Deputy Secretary of Commerce and the Commissioner of Tourism. Goodwin spoke on the importance and the growth of the tourism industry in the Mountain State and how West Virginia's history of hospitality has helped nurture the industry.
If we can continue to grow programs like we have here at Concord University, we'll see great gains, because even though we look like we're the fun people, rafting, hiking, skiing, museums, concerts, we're a large industry. 46,000 people are employed by the travel and tourism industry in West Virginia, and we bring in $5.1 billion to the state.
And the ski and snowboarding attractions throughout the Mountain State should be excited, because Concord Charlie saw his shadow and predicted 6 more weeks of winter. I'm Patrice Mitchell, WMLT News.
February 14th is rapidly approaching, a day that some just look at as another day. For others, a day of gifts and romance. Joe Fadley from WMLT takes a closer look.
According to infoplease.com, February 14th was labeled St. Valentine's Day in the year 496. On this day, Christians would have a feast to honor St. Valentine. Over the years, Valentine's Day has went from the Christian feast to a day of gift-giving and romantic evenings. Jewelry can be a good gift, perhaps dinner and a movie. Teddy bears, candy, flowers, and balloons are all good options. Do not forget a card for that special someone. Cards have become a huge part of the holiday. The Gift Card Association says that 25% of all cards sent in a year are Valentines. History.com says that 141 million cards are exchanged during the holiday. If you get shot by Cupid's arrow, there is a pretty good chance you may be looking for a gift for your significant other. One Concord student spoke of her ideal gift.
The perfect Valentine's Day gift for me would probably have to be a puppy or a kitten, because they're so cute and they stay with you forever and they don't die like flowers, and who doesn't want a cute little puppy to snuggle with on Valentine's Day?
Another student takes a more economical approach.
My ideal Valentine's Day is anything that doesn't cost me money.
Whatever Valentine's Day means to you, this student may have summed it up best.
So Valentine's Day is a holiday to treat somebody who's special to you a little special, but you gotta do that every single day of the week. You just know on this day, this just gives you a chance to prove just a little bit more how much they really mean to you.
Well, that's all we have for you this week. I'm Bailey Pace.
And I'm Portia Thompson. Join us again in 2 weeks.